Hello everyone, Canon Loa here, with a bit of an update video. So on Steam they had their Halloween sale, and I wanted to mention about Alien Isolation and the status on that project idea. Unfortunately, for some reason, even though that it's a horror game, it didn't go on sale during the Halloween sale and promotions. So what that means is that unfortunately this year, or at least at this point in time, I will not be doing Alien Isolation. But that does not mean I won't do it in the future. It just means that I will probably do it next year instead of this year, unfortunately. Because I was planning on buying the bundle that had all of the DLCs in it, or at least whatever add-ons Alien Isolation has. It looked like it had some DLC stories, but the whole bundle was $50, and even the base game is $40, and that was just a bit too much out of my price range, without knowing how much I would like it. Um, so I want to apologize that unfortunately I won't be able to do that. It was a great idea by Rome Sweet Home, that you mentioned that to me, and I would have loved to do it this year, but it just didn't go on sale for the Halloween sale, so I don't know what to say about that. But if it does go on sale, I will pick it up as soon as I notice that. So like maybe around Christmas time I'll get it, and then I would probably wait till Halloween 2020, but who knows? Maybe I'll just be eager enough to try it out early. Um, but with that, some other passing mentions, no pun intended, but I've been currently doing the in passing Let's Play. I uploaded only one part of it though so far, and what I had encountered, if any of you have read the comments, is that the quality of video was significantly decreased with using Windows Movie Maker. I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but for some reason I think Movie Maker doesn't really know how to compress that game specifically right, because the file sizes um, wouldn't really suggest that with it being so small after it's been compressed. And usually when I use Windows Movie Maker, um, while it does compress it and it does lower the quality a bit, it's usually not significant enough for me to really worry about that. From what I've seen, obviously with it being my other Let's Plays being compressed, like the smoothness definitely is not as good as the original footage, of course. And then the visual quality is, I mean, it's roughly about the same, maybe a little bit less, but not to the degree that In Passing had. I really don't know why Movie Maker had such a big problem with compressing this game. But since it lowered the quality so much, I wanted to see about finding other methods to do video editing rather than using Windows Movie Maker, as good as it has served me so far. So, what does that entail? Well, I currently have, or at least recently have acquired PaintShop Pro and Video Studio in my list of tools that I can use. And I did test something out with Video Studio that unfortunately didn't work. I mean, I didn't really expect it to, but with PaintShop Pro, it's sort of like Photoshop in a way. I'm not sure exactly what the differences are, but they are apparently very similar. Um, so with that, in the future, once I get more skilled at using it, I could potentially make custom thumbnails. This was mainly going to be for my game reviews, because I in my mind anyway, I kind of wanted my video game reviews to be a little bit more professional than I worry about for my normal Let's Plays. Just how it is. And the Visual Studio with editing, I was hoping to make it so that I could sort of get good at it enough to use that rather than Windows Movie Maker. Since it is newer, it has a lot more potential usage. I just need to learn how to use it because I have really never used these programs before. I mean, I've briefly used Photoshop within a high school class, but I don't really remember much about that. But especially with the Video Studio, I'm going to have to pretty much learn from scratch of how to use it and how it could best suit me. The first test that I did was that when you save files in Movie Maker, when you save a movie, or at least how I was doing it, it automatically compresses it for you, and Video Studio actually doesn't do that, surprisingly. And basically it combined all of the footage into one, so the file was over that 3.8 gigabyte limit, up to 7 gigs worth of data, and I thought about uploading that to see if it would actually play the uncompressed footage as one thing, and unfortunately no, it only worked for the first 3.8 gigabytes, which was roughly 10 minutes of footage. So that test didn't work, but I'm gonna have to learn more things with these two to utilize them effectively. So well, and before I end it here, I also have a few things that I do have needed to deal with on my life side of things, unfortunately, and so I ask for patience with continuing in passing, and because I really want to try to use Visual Studio to see if I can upload in passing, especially in much higher quality, because the quality that it was uploaded was not it was so much worse that compared to the raw footage that I just wanted to see about other options. So that's kind of what has been happening. I'm just gonna need to get good with these two programs to utilize them. So on the Halloween special side of things, since I'm not doing Alien Isolation, so since it didn't go on sale, I will probably do Resident Evil 1 Remake instead then, unfortunately. Like I mentioned before, I would have really loved to do Alien Isolation. It sounded like a really good idea, especially poking fun at the Mighty Jingles just a little bit. But yeah, it ends up that I'm probably just going to do Resident Evil 1 Remake this year. So I apologize for that as well. And thank you for your understanding, and I'll hopefully be able to sort out what I can and use Visual Studio as best I can pretty soon here. So I just want to put this update out there. So thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.